So the last video we have seen the basics of stack. Yes, so we know like what is stack, okay, and we know the working principle of stack. And today we'll see the ADT operations of stack. So ADT operations, you know what is ADT, right? So the ADT operations of stack are, first one is push, okay. So second one is pop. We'll see like what is what, and we'll see in the depth actually. So next is like peak, and the last one is peep, okay. So first let's see what is push. So here this is a method, okay. I can just give it as a method, the operations, because everything is a functions, right? So I have to mention that as a function call, okay. And this are the like four important standard operations which will be performed under stack, okay. The push is nothing but whenever we insert an element in a stack, whenever we do an insert of an element into a stack, then this operation is called push, okay. Here when you do an pushing on the stack, you always have to check, okay, is full, okay, whether your stack is full, because when you implement a stack using array where you have a static memory, in that case we have a limit of capacity. So whenever you do insert, we have to check whether your stack is full. If it is not full, then we can able to insert it, or else if the stack is full, you will be getting an overflow condition error, okay. The stack is full, okay. It can be the is full method for a stack, for a push operation. It returns 2, okay, return 1 and return 0. So in case of, if it is not full, we will be allowing to insert an element. So if it is not full, there is an insertion is allowed actually. If it is actually full, the overflow condition will be thrown off. This will be the error actually, okay. So here in this case, to do an insertion operation, so I can say that the push is an operation to insert an element into the stack. So and when you are whenever you do an insertion, what we have to do, we have to check whether your stack is full or not, okay. If it is like full, then I will be having an error called overflow conditions, okay. So this is what your push operation meant for, okay. So this is an important case which you want to always focus upon. So is full is a condition where you want to check whenever you do an insertion into the stack, or whenever you call a method called push. Next is pop. Pop is nothing but when we delete an element from the stack, and that operation is called pop, okay. So here, so delete is the thing where you perform the functions, and here whenever you do this operations, we have to check for the condition whether your stack is empty, because we could not able to delete any element from the empty stack, right? So we have to get that condition output, like I have to get that condition each time whenever I delete an element from the stack. I have to frequently check that whether your stack is empty or not, okay. In this case, if the stack is empty and still we are trying to delete an element from the empty stack, I will be getting an error called underflow, okay. So this is an important term you have to remember always. So for the push, whenever you try to push an element in the filled stack, okay, in that case we'll be getting an overflow error. And here whenever you do a deletion operations or deleting an element from the empty stack, you will be getting the underflow error, okay. That's the case. So here in push we'll be checking is full condition, which determines whether your stack is full or not, okay. And here in pop we'll be checking for the method is empty, which determines when your stack is empty or not. That's the case. Next is your peak. So peak is nothing but it is to return the topmost element into the stack. Just returns the topmost element, okay. So we know that always you perform the insertion and deletion only from top of the stack. So this peak will return the top element which has been like occurred in the stack, okay. And the last operations is called peep, would display to display all the elements into the stack, all the elements from the stack. So these are the like 4 standard ADT operations to perform operations in the stack. Okay, I'll just summarize the session. So we have 4 standard operations. One is push, which is to perform an insertion operation into the stack. So whenever we do an insertion of an element into the stack, we have to check the condition whether your stack is full or not. If the stack is full and still you are trying to push an element to the stack, we'll be getting a condition called overflow. And second is pop, which is to delete an element. So whenever we perform deletion operation into the stack, okay, so we have to check is empty method. So is empty method throws an underflow conditions when your stack is empty but still you are popping up the element from the stack. Okay, and the third one is pick, which is a method which throws you the topmost element into the stack. And the last one is peep, which display all the elements from the stack. Okay, so these are the 4 ADT operations for the stack. So here as of now we have covered what is stack, basics, all these things, and in this video we have covered the static operations, and the next video we'll just try to implement the stack using array. Thank you.